A man who doesn't know his roots becomes easy to influence. A society without identity imitates everyone and eventually loses itself. Identity is not a prison, it's a foundation.
From struggle, still standing.
Hello, beautiful people. Hello, great tribe. Hello, great family. Welcome back for another video. So today I want to talk about identity crisis. What happened to Joga Bonito? As you know, I am a big fan of football in general. I like watching football games. I play also sometimes when I can. And as you know, the World Cup has started. And the match that I was watching and made me do this video is the match against Morocco and Brazil. So it was 1-1. It's a draw. And during that match, honestly, I didn't know which one was Brazil and which one was Morocco. And that caught my attention, and then I start digging a little bit. What has happened? The Brazil of Pele, the Brazil of Zico, the Brazil of Bebeto, Denilson, Rivaldo, Ronaldo, Romario, Ronaldinho, Kaká, Robinho, Roberto Carlos, Dida, Tafarel, Zé Roberto. What happened to that Brazil? What happened to the Joga Bonito? Well, after doing some research and also watching some videos, I realized one thing. Yes, football has evolved a lot since 2002 or 2006. But the main problem is identity crisis. All over the world, Brazil is known for the style of play, which forms their identity, the Joga Bonito. Yes, all over the world, from Asia to Africa to Europe to Latin America to Northern America, people love the Brazilian team because of that style. Unfortunately, as football has evolved, now it becomes like it's more about statistics, it's more about performance, and more players are trained to perform. So the raw talent, the instinct is not there anymore. We have very few players right now that have that raw talent like Romario, like Ronaldo, because football has become tactical, very tactical. And of course, with science, with technology, with data, everything is being studied. So yes, it's good to evolve, but the raw talent, the instinct, it shouldn't be killed. Unfortunately, that's exactly what happened to Brazil. Brazil wanted to play efficient football, fast football, modern football. It wanted to copy the European style of football, and on the way, they have lost their identity. And when you lose your identity, you copy everyone, you lose yourself, you become very confused. And that's what is showing since 2006 to nowadays. And we have seen how they were humiliated in the Maracana, 7-1 against Germany. And now even in the friendly games, Brazil is losing to African countries like Cameroon, like Ivory Coast, you know. So it's the same as human beings, where you grow up, how you grow up, in which culture, what are your traditions, what are your values, what are your principles, and also what are your boundaries. Once you navigate out of that, it will become very difficult for you to find your way again. When I watch them play, I was like, is this Brazil? Because honestly, I couldn't say. Maybe the Moroccans become more Brazilian than the Brazilians themselves. Few reasons why this has happened. The number one, and the thing that I hate the most, I said, it's corruption. Corruption can destroy a nation. And that's another proof of that. Because when you research, you will see that most of the players, the new generation, since football has become like an effective business, it's more about the money than anything else. So now, what people are doing is, if you do research, you will see that they were even paying the coaches and to be selected. So once they wear already like the national jersey, they can be spotted by the European clubs, and then they can sign millions of euros contracts. And when you check also, you will see that the older generation, like the Ronaldo, the Ronaldinho, they were mature first in Brazil before being exported. But unfortunately, the new generation, as soon as they are 17, as soon as they are 18, the big European clubs are already taking them. And when they go there, they lose themselves. They lose their identity. They lose the roots, because they get to Europe and they have to play a very tactical football. So unfortunately, that kills the instinct, that kills the Joga Bonito in them. A good example, a country that has done something good in that sense, is Senegal. Senegal has taken young players who were like 15. They train them, they play the U17, they grow up together, and then that's how we can see the result in 2025. They were able to win the African Cup. They grew up together. If you take La Masia, it's the same with Messi and Xavi and all those players. They came out of La Masia because they played together, and they made Barcelona also successful. They won so many trophies together. That's the thing. So to have a strong team, number one, they should have the same mentality. They should have that identity. But if they are so young, they didn't fully develop yet, and then you sell them to Europe, they go there and then they learn another football that is all about performance, that is all about numbers. Then the identity is not there anymore. They try to copy the European football and they lose the Joga Bonito. Unfortunately, that's what's happening. You know, let's take an example in nature, for example. If you take a mango tree, the mango tree, it has its seasons, right? So it starts with the flowers, and then later on you will see the small fruits that they need time to grow. And even when they grow, they're fully matured, it still needs time to be ripe. So if it's not ripe yet, you will see that it's green. And when it's fully developed, when it's fully ripe, you will see that the color changes to yellow. So even nature is telling us that we should let things go through time to reach maturity. And when it's properly ripe and you get it, when you eat, the taste, the flavor is not the same as as when you cut it and then it's like just green. It's not the same taste. Because for those who know mango tree or mango fruit, when it's green, if you bite it, if you eat it, it's sour when it's green. But when it's fully developed, when it's ripe, the color changes, and when you eat it, it's sweet. So to get that sweetness, to get the full potential, the players needs to be in their country, to understand the culture, to get that identity. I have seen the clips of their training, and Casemiro has aggressively attacked Endrick. And when I was doing research to know why they are playing like that against him, there is a jealousy in the team, in the squad, because out of the 26 players, there are like 15 that were from the squad, the 2022 squad. And it's like they don't want to integrate the young talents, because when you see the achievements right now, honestly, if you see the numbers, there is no Brazilian football player like a forward that has better numbers than Endrick. But while the other countries are promoting the youth, even Morocco, we have seen the kid that started his debut in the World Cup. He's just 18, but he did a great game. He did great. It was a good match against Brazil. He started while Endrick was there. Everyone was expecting Endrick to come at least. But no, he was benched. And for us Madrid fans, we know how Ancelotti works. It's always defense, and then in front, it's just like improv. There is no tactics, there is no strategy. And that's how Real Madrid has played during his last season. Yes, Italian football was famous because of the defense, but no, you cannot just play defense. You need like, it's 11 players. So there should be some harmony in between the players to play as a team, like PSG it has shown, you know. Unfortunately, with Ancelotti, no. It's just experience. Imagine having an attack of Vinicius on the left, Endrick in front, and Luis Enrique on the right, or Rafinha. And play Cunha, since Neymar Jr. is injured, play Cunha as a number 10, as a playmaker. Because he has the ability, he can dribble, he can do passes, he has a good reading of the game. But no, they just brought the all players. I was looking at the midfield of Brazil, like Casemiro, Guimarães, Paqueta, and these guys couldn't even stop the ball and reach Vinicius or reach Rafinha. If you want, go back to the game and watch how many times they were able to connect with Vinicius or to connect with Rafinha. How many times? It's not about the age. It's about talent. Can you do the job? Yes. Endrick is there. Can he do the job? Yes, he can do the job. Put him in. That's what is killing Brazil right now. And that's the obvious alignment that I can see. I'm not a professional coach, but that's obvious for everyone. Even when you read the comments, even the Brazilians are saying that. But again, it's Ancelotti. We, the Real Madrid fans, we know him very well. That's how Endrick was loaned to Lyon, because it started with Ancelotti. He was put on the bench. He was not playing, even though the kid has proven himself. And me, honestly, in the Brazil squad right now, I think the right person to wear the number 9 right now in 2026, it's Endrick. Endrick deserves to wear the number 9. Yes. But unfortunately, that's what's happening. And I hope that the comments and all that will make them finally change the starting players, and they will align Endrick, and let's hope to see better games. As a football fan, what I would love to see, the final, I want to see maybe Argentina against Brazil, or Argentina against Portugal. Why? Because it's the last World Cup for Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. So I want to see that duel again, for the last time. Or Neymar also, it will be his last. So I want to see at least, like, let Brazil reach at least the semifinals to see if there is some magic left in him. We want to see that. But the way they are playing, I'm afraid maybe they will not go so far. Brazil has copied the European style of play, And on the way, they lost themselves. They lost the Joga Bonito. And one of the solutions to that, I think, they can go back. The favelas still exist. The street football still exists. The beach soccer still exists. These raw talents, of course, it's a big country with hundreds of millions of people, so much talent. So get the kids, let them be mature in Brazil first before to export them. Put a kind of law that if they are not 20, they cannot, for example, move to Europe, so that they can fully develop, understand the identity, the football of Brazil before to go to Europe. Share with me, what are your thoughts? The World Cup has just started, more games to come. And if there is something that I want to share with you, I will come and share with you. Leave a comment below, share with me your thoughts. And as I always say, on your way to where you want to be, never forget to be happy. Thank you very much, and see you on the next one.